Rame. Halo, assalamualaikum. Halo. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Waalaikumsalam. Belum teman-teman, di Twitch belum mulai nih. Aku standby nih di Twitch nih. Belum mulai di Twitch ya. Yang udah mulai itu adalah HSR. Nah benar, HSR udah mulai. Cuma kan aku nggak live HSR, live-nya Genshin aja ya. Jadi belum atuh temen-temenku yang baik hati dan budiman. Belum mulai ya. Belum ya. Jadi aku udah nggak sabar. Guys, kalian ada yang baca lore nggak sih? Ada yang baca lore nggak sih, boy? Kok aku ada lihat video aku lupa di TikTok, lihat video yang kayak itu ngebuat animasi tentang tentang katalism lah, yang dimana di situ kayaknya si Archon Hydro tuh ikut ke katalism. Apa bener nggak sih itu? Maksudku kan si Archon Hydro tuh kan bukan FURINAAA kan, yang Archon Hydro asli kan gugur gitu kan. Aku belum tahu itu. Leak sih, masih leak kah? Ya dia sama kayak ini deh, sama kayak Nahida ya kan. Nahida yang dimana Nahida kan nggak si Rukade apa sih? Rukade Fata itu kan nggak ikut ke katalism karena dia disuruh standby untuk menjaga si Irminsul kan gitu kan. Irminsul gitu kan. itu aku masih bingung. FURINAAA ini ikut nggak sih? Bukan FURINAAA-nya, tapi yang Archon Hydro sebelum FURINAAA-nya itu ikut nggak sih perang di Cataclysm? Aku penasaran. Ada yang bilang Archon Hydro ada 3 ya kah? Lah kan Egeria tewas di Furukawa Oasis yang jadi kolam Amrita. Yang kolam Amrita di Sumeru. Waalaikumsalam. Katanya aku juga masih belum tahu genosisnya FURINAAA itu ada di mana. Kayaknya nanti nih guys di 8 Juli besok. 8 Juli. 8 November besok kita tahu nih. Archon Quest kayaknya udah mengarah ke arah sana kayaknya. Udah ngarah ke arah sana, aku udah nggak sabar loh Archon Quest-nya. Cuman aku masih penasaran aja nih yang itu. Kayaknya nanti kalau kita udah masuk Natlan, kan si Archonnya Natlan kan ikut ya. Archonnya Natlan kan ikut juga perang Cataclysm kan. Jadi kan untuk sekarang ini yang udah diketahui yang ikut itu adalah Venti, Zhongli ya kan, Makoto. Tapi Makoto kan dead ya, jadi nggak bisa, kita nggak tahu apa-apa. Si Raiden nggak tahu apa-apa. Venti juga nggak bisa ngasih tahu. Zhongli ada kontrak. Berarti tinggal si Archon Pyro nanti nih, apakah dia mau ngasih tahu? Wih, PT 40 if ada. Semangat Angelica, mau nggak bisa. Dapat. Nanti kan ada map baru Angel. Masih ada Saritsa. Nah, Saritsa itu dia ikut juga kah? Ruka Devata nggak ikut karena dia menjaga ini. Dia menjaga Irminsul. Dia ditugaskan menjaga Irminsul dari yaitu pengetahuan terlarang ya kan. Makanya dia nggak ikut. Yang ikut berperang itu tadi kan si Sadisa tuh aku belum tahu nih ikut apa enggak, tapi seingat aku dari leak yang bilang lore-lorenya Sadisa ikut sejak terjadinya Cataclysm. Mulai guys. Sejak terjadinya Cataclysm itu Sadisa tuh berubah. Katanya seperti itulah. Abis perang itu dia berubah, makanya dia akhirnya kayak melawan Kalestia gitu kan. Nah, itu dia apa yang terjadi sama Sadisa sampai akhirnya dia berubah dan melawan. Masih lama guys, 9 menit lagi. Ya udahlah. Cerita dulu nggak apa-apa ya kan? Ternyata Archonnya viral, bapaknya Bennett. Oh, itu plot twist sekali ya kan? Plot twist sekali. Ini kan cuma teori-teori aja lah. Dapat asal kayak aku membahas Kak.
Seseorang mentraktir 2 teh es.
Iya.
Nah, aku lihat penjelasan skill FURINAAA. Kayaknya nggak bagus di tim Nahida.
Kalau penjelasan skill FURINAAA ya aku udah baca juga sih, cuman masih ambigu sama aku ya. Jadi dari baca-bacaan skill FURINAAA itu yang dimana di skill pertama dia akan nyumon 3 makhluk kan, 3 hewan, 3 summoner lah ya. Dia akan nyumon 3 summoner, yang mana summoner itu akan nge-apply hydro, kayak nembak-nembak hydro. Tapi untuk durasinya berapa kali dia nge-apply aku masih belum tahu. Nah, tapi setelah dia nyumon 3 hydro itu 3 makhluk lah ya. Udah dia nyumon 3 makhluk itu, kalau dia charge attack, makhluk itu menyatu menjadi satu dan berubah menjadi untuk bisa nge-heal. Healnya itu berdasarkan HP-nya FURINAAA ya kan. Nah, ulti FURINAAA itu dia nge-buff. Nah, itu tuh masih belum tahu tuh dia bisa nggak sama Nahida atau apa. Aku nggak tahu konsistennya si FURINAAA ini apakah se-OP Nahida untuk up. Kan kalau Nahida kan OP banget ya, apply dendronya terus menerus kan. Nah, kalau si FURINAAA-nya aku masih belum tahu apakah sama dengan Nahida apply hydronya itu. Oke, kita belum bisa berteori sih guys, bagus atau enggaknya. Tapi yang pasti Archon nggak nyesel ya kan. Nah, disinilah kita lihat nih, di live stream ini kita lihat apakah se-OP itu Archon Hydro ini. Ya kan? Masih lama, 7 menit lagi guys. Ini waktunya nih, 7 menit nih, 7 menit. Ya, 19.10 programnya. Apakah FURINAAA lebih basah dari Thank you? Iya, untuk sekarang yang pemegang apply hydro terbagus ya, untuk apply terbanyak lah ya, Thank you sih, ketimbang Yelan. Thank you setiap dia udah nge-skill ada pedang kanan kiri, kalau kita ngedekat seingat aku kena juga si musuh tuh hydro gitu. Halo Val. Furina bagus main melt, bisa nggak? Melt? Dari mana Furina hydro loh? Kok nyambung ke melt? Ditunggu tangan wanginya kau buat Furina. Ya untuk gacha H-1 ya, H-1 aku bakal ngasih link joki gacanya. Semoga nggak rame ya guys ya. Kalau nggak kita begadang lagi nih sampai jam berapa? Terakhir aku pernah gacha sampai jam 3 atau jam 2 ya kan. Furina atau EI yang mana nih? TS kak?
Seseorang mentraktir 2 TS. Dia cuma buff low damage katanya sama sakris darahnya. Jadi harus punya healer.
Oh harus punya healer. Berarti intinya harus buat, makanya Furina tuh sama Bezu kan. Kayaknya Bezu tuh cocok sama Furina deh. Masih belum tahu juga nih guys. Kita masih berteori-teori aja dulu ya. Karena tunggu dia official keluar dulu nih, baru tahu nih. Joki gacha gratis kan, aku cuma menggacakan aja. Primonya kan dari yang si punya akun. Aku gacha sambil live-in gitu, jadi kayak gacha rame-rame lah gitu. Charlotte, aku baca juga Charlotte healer ya. Dia sama kayak Kiki, healernya berdasarkan attack. Kalau si Furina kan healer dia berdasarkan HP. Jadi kayaknya Furina ini mainnya sama kayak Nivelite sih menurut aku. HP, Hydro Damage, CR CDM gitu. Atau bisa jadi dia triple HP kayak Nilo. Aku masih belum tahu ya, masih belum tahu guys. Karena dia belum keluar, kita masih belum bisa gitu kan. 5 menit lagi. Apakah gacha Furina is 2? Dia broken banget C2-nya. C2-nya nambahin HP dia soalnya. Soalnya aku. Hai Havarino, sedang menunggu Ayaka sama kayak Kiki. Enggak juga tahu, dia kan cryo katalis. Maksudku tuh bukan sama kayak Kiki. Dia scalingnya. Scaling Charlotte itu kan scalingnya dari ini. Charlotte itu scaling dari attack. Jadi dia nge-heal berdasarkan attack dia. Jadi main attack sih bisa jadi gitu. Sinhi lah guys ya. Jangan kalau Kiki kayak sensi banget lah. Sensi banget lah ini sama Kiki. Info kode redeem ntar ya guys ya. Ntarnya aku pakai ini dulu lah. Not. Nah ini dia. Berarti nanti kode redeemnya aku pin ya. Pasti kode redeem aku pin. Kalau teman-teman gak sempet nonton live nggak apa-apa. Nanti aku bakal tetap upload video untuk kode redeem. Ya mungkin masih ada yang lagi kerja kan. Thank you Nuyela, makasih udah join membership. Moga rezekinya lancar terus, amin. Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you Prison, arigato gozaimasu. Koji Ayato satu tim sama Ayaka bisa nggak? Kak bisa. Posisinya itu Ayatonya jadi support, jadi kayak Ayato harus ulti terus, bisa ngapain hydro terus ya. Mulainya 3 menit lagi ya. Ini bisa lihat nih, in 3 menit lagi. Sabar 3 menit lagi menuju kejelasan. Kalau dari thumbnailnya nih, ini Furina kayak apa sih ini, kayak jatuh gitu ya. Pokoknya Archon Quest selanjutnya menjelaskan sih kenapa Furina hilang kekuatan menurut aku ya. Kenapa dia lemah, kenapa dia bergantung banget sama Nivelite. Archon Quest besok menjelasin, dan kayaknya di Archon Quest nanti nih semua orang yang ngutuk-ngutuk Furina Archon SMP lah, Furina lemah lah, Furina inilah, kayaknya bakal berbalik dah di Archon Quest besok. Menurut aku nih, ini spoiler aku ya. Ini dari aku ya. Thank you Kin, Manggana sih. Ayo guys, tinggal 2 menit lagi. Furina PS20 menang mana? Makasih Doni udah join membership, moga rezekinya lancar terus, amin. Antara Zhongli yang pernah ngomong atau Nahida yang pernah ngomong, Yang pasti Zhongli deh sih aku pernah bilang selemah-lemahnya Archon katanya. Archon itu hebat gitu. Selemah-lemahnya Archon tuh dia hebat gitu dibanding Ventina ngalahin Durin loh. Ini untuk donasi-donasi. Makasih Angelica, Furina, sama Yao gimana kak? Oh iya Yao bisa. Furina sama Yao bisa kok. Tapi masih belum tahu Angelica karena kan belum keluar. Oke. 1 menit lagi menuju B4 yang pasti di fase pertama Charlotte. Jadi kalau kalian mau gacha Furina bisa ngejar Charlotte juga yang pasti itu. Ya bentar. Kok aku deg-degan ya. Kita matiin dulu ini yang menyama-nyama ini ya kan. Akun Genshin udah terlantar. Makasih membershipnya. Sebentar ya aku kecil-kecilin dulu semua donasi dan membership ya demi untuk kelangsungan live stream kita. Jadi semuanya jangan dulu donasi dulu ya guys ya. 59 detik lagi. Aduh kok aku deg-degan ya. Bansos belum belum keluar bansosnya. Aku berharap ada bansos lagi sih karena delay gitu, tapi ya udahlah nggak apa-apa. Matiin. 33 detik lagi menuju Furina. Kalian ada sholat maghrib belum kan ini? Jangan gara-gara nunggu ini kalian nggak sholat maghrib ya adik-adik. Rupanya kalian dari Isa ya. Aku baru maghrib loh. 300 pasti, cuma masih belum tahu udah apakah bakal ada 8 6. Oke, kita pindah sini, matikan lagu dan kita mulai. Oke, guys.
Though it appears that you've managed to win over part of the crowd, some of your testimony doesn't add up. You can be rest assured that I, FURINAAA, the god of justice, will get to the bottom of this matter. No detail shall escape me. Yes, that sounds perfect. A god must be firm. A god must not allow any detail to slip through the cracks. My dear citizens, just as the will of a god remains opaque to the understanding of mere mortals, so too is truth unmoved by even the strongest of wills. I will now speak to the defendant. If you honor the values of truth, justice, and divinity, then you are compelled to provide an accurate account of your actions. Hey, that's not bad. Now what's next? It's so hard to predict how people are going to react. What should I say during the trial tomorrow?
Lady FURINAAA, what are you doing?
Oh, nervous.
Aduh, pakai ini soalnya. Kode belum ya, kode belum.
It is only expected that
Ini
I should
teater ya,
remain
mencetak
informed of
teater nggak sih?
every trial and make the necessary preparations.
Triplek. Nahida juga triplek loh berarti.
If you wish to seek an audience with me, then please make an appointment with Sir Intendant Chevalmeron in advance.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, the Hydro Archon to be punished via the death sentence.
You and I both know that there may be issues with the primordial sea.
Everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water didn't have a chance to escape. As the water levels rose, they suddenly disappeared.
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful?
What's done is done. Just trust in me, your Archon. Never mind whether you can truly convince yourself to or not. The show begins! Shower me with praise!
know you're not a local, but I'd avoid getting too close to any water that looks strange all the same. There's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean.
The prophecy. Yes. What has been prophesized will be fulfilled.
I, FURINAAA, will use this trial to show the world the true meaning
Do
of
not resist.
justice.
This judgment is fair and just.
What is the meaning you would call
You have
this
never been as
justice?
superficial as you have presented yourself to be.
No more excuses.
Then why should we acknowledge it?
Fusalo, why did you deceive us?
Applaud and rejoice.
We're just a moment. This isn't right!
The trial of the Hydro Archon,
Seem to remember
the
that.
floor, will now
This
begin.
trial is...
I now understand the true purpose behind this position. You are a devious one, Fusalo.
Everyone's dead. Papa, what should I do?
The prophecy that you've been fretting over should now be in full swing.
I suppose this would also be the justice that belongs to you. All will eventually end in a magnificent and dramatic trial. Farewell, Nervalette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
Guys, lagi azan ya, aku matiin dulu. Gila, sumpah itu kayaknya Nivelity bakal OP banget di next besok ya. Aduh, ini kode redeem FA97. Aduh, ngalangin. Auji Koto, kamu ngalangin. Oke. FA97 K97 FA97 KJN F24 UF. Guys, lagi azan juga di sini. Apa? Aku bakal matiin mic ya. Tunggu, tadi tuh kayaknya Nivelity OP banget gak sih? Kayak dia ngeluarkan skill dia gitu. Itu kayaknya bukan fonten tenggelam beneran. Menurut aku tuh kayak visionnya, kayak ingatannya FURINAAA. Pertama, yang kedua tadi kayaknya apa tuh topinya FURINAAA jatuh. Apakah FURINAAA bakal diserang atau gimana ya?
Hey travelers! Welcome to the Genshin Impact version 4.2 special program. Woo! Yay! I'm Sarah Miller Cruz, the voice of the female traveler Lumine, and I'm joined today by two guests to bring you the latest news for the upcoming version. Okay, why don't you introduce yourselves?
All right, yeah, sounds good. I'll start. Hey everyone, I'm Amberly Connors, the voice of FURINAAA, and I am super excited to be on this special program today. Travelers already met the Hydro Archon at the start of their journey in Fontaine. And as the story continues, how will this special god avert the crisis foretold in the prophecy? I hope everyone's excited to see what happens next.
I mean, I sure am. I'm at the edge of my seat. My name is Ray Chase, and I'm the voice of Nevelet, the dragon sovereign of water and Eudex of Fontaine. I'm sure many of you already consider Nevelet a very trustworthy partner, and I hope you look forward to seeing more of him in version 4.2.
Yes, for sure. Totally.
Yep.
Okay, so next, let's dive into the major content that we have coming in version 4.2. In the intro, FURINAAA said we need to make an appointment with Surintendant Cheval Moran. So, she's really busy as Fontaine's Archon, and she's a pretty big celebrity at the Opera House. So, the special program team gave me an itinerary to follow, and it appears to show all of FURINAAA's recent plans.
FURINAAA's recent plans? Let me guess. She's going to be going to trial, and then another trial, and then another.
Actually, that sounds about right.
Okay, the itinerary seems pretty packed, so let's take a look at the first item. Oh, looks like Ray called it.
Wow. Yeah.
There is nothing more important to FURINAAA than attending trials at the Opera House.
But this trial is a little different from the usual.
Ooh, Interesting.
I know. I keep looking at the water rushing in. I'm like, what's happening? Yes, it looks like there's some spotlights and like it's like a curtain.
Ya udah azan, udah selesai azan.
Maybe also Nouvellette is keeping
Aduh,
an eye on
ngalahin
things
Nouvellette. Bentar guys, aku ngalangin.
He's
Aku
always
nyempil
keeping
lagi
an
di
eye on
sini ya.
stuff
Nah,
and
aku
always
nyempil di
just a
sini.
little bit disappointed.
Fair.
Aku ikut ngerumpi di sini nggak apa lah ya.
Okay, in version 4.2, travelers will get to experience Act 5 of the Fontaine Archon quest, Masquerade of the Guilty. We'll team up with Fontainian friends to delve deeper into the hurricane of events and face the impending destruction foretold by the prophecy. Travelers will gradually unveil new facts behind this
Ada di
crisis
deskripsi.
and
Cek
encounter
aja
an
semua
evil that
barang
has
aku ada
been
di
lurking
deskripsi.
in the swirling depths.
Masuk sih Navia is gone, nggak mungkin.
Swirling depths.
Kayaknya nggak mungkin karakter yang
right.
kok
So,
itu
you know, the
available
prophecy
gitu.
in Fontaine is on the brink of coming true. And this is possibly the greatest crisis we've faced in our journey through to that.
Definitely. In version 4.1, we learned about this precarious situation involving the rising primordial seawater. Nouvellette barely arrived in time to hold back the seawater from engulfing the fortress of Meripede, but still, the water has reached Poisson.
Luckily, the crisis was averted by Navia's leadership of the Spina de Rosula. Though, we probably can't dismiss the assistance provided by the Knave either. Whatever her end goal may be, it seems like she sincerely wants to save Fontaine from the prophecy. But there's only so much that we can say. Travelers will have to go and play through the version themselves to discover the clues, adventures, and stories to come. Yes, exactly. So be sure to play through, uncover hidden truths, and witness this epic chapter of Fontaine's history for yourself.
Okay,
when Act
epic
5
chapter
of the Archon quest becomes
Okay,
available.
Archon quest besok
Sounds
epic
good.
chapter. Oh ya, nice.
Hey,
Aduh, kena sabar.
have we forgotten a pretty important character who's been missing from the fortress of Meripede?
Cilde.
You mean Child?
Iya, Cilde hilang.
Where's Child?
We searched all over the fortress for him. Yep. I guess we'll just have to live with the suspense for a little longer. Not ideal, but it's fine. It is what it is. It is what it is. But we saw Child appear at the end of the last version's Archon quest, so it probably won't be long until we see him again. Okay, good. But we really need to talk about FURINAAA. She's confronted with a because she's confronted with a crisis that's tough for even one of the great elemental dragons. Of course, Fontaine will have the travelers' help, but what choices will our Hydro Archon make in the
Guru
face of the
Cilde
crisis?
tadi.
Well, just like the prophecy itself, all will be revealed at the fated time. But knowing FURINAAA, perhaps she'll have made some preparation.
Gak akan ada yang mati sih menurut
Once
aku.
again, disappointed. No way.
Come on, guys. Have some
Ya, bakal penuh emosi nih, serius.
Okay, to bolster everyone's confidence in FURINAAA, let's learn a little more about this
Banner masih belum tahu,
one-of-a-kind
banner
Archon.
masih belum tahu. Ini ada banner nih, Ya nggak sih?
Why are you just standing there with your mouth
Oh,
gaping?
ini voice artisnya FURINAAA,
You
guys.
must be stunned and at a
Inggrisnya
loss for words.
Amberly, Japanisnya Minase
Understandable.
Inori. Minase
It is
Inori
I,
siapa?
after all, Fontaine's most beloved star, FURINAAA.
Archonnya FURINAAA atau
I'm on a
Nevelite
very
sih?
tight schedule, so you're
FURINAAA.
lucky to even get an
Nevelite udah
appointment with me.
dikonfirmasi kalau kamu kerjain quest Archon,
Oh my
dia
gosh,
adalah
I love her outfit.
Naga
and her
Naga
eyes, each of them
Hydro.
are different.
Dia
She's
Naga
got these
Hydro.
little eyelashes and her hat. Oh,
You know,
it's amazing.
you'd expect for a Hydro Archon that she'd have the best drip.
Oh.
Yes.
Ooh. Okay, you know what? It
Enggak,
seems as if
Cilde
she's
nggak
always
mati.
dressed like she's about to attend
Bisa
a
kalian
performance.
lihat
You know what I
siluetnya
mean?
tadi,
Yes.
guys. Dia ngeluarkan
That's Fontaine's
apa itu, dia
biggest
berubah
celebrity
menjadi
for you.
kekuatan apa
And
itu?
speaking
Yang
of
elektronya
drip,
dia. Kan
let's
tadi kan
take a look at
lihat.
her combat ability.
Nevelite lawan entah Nevelite lawan Cilde atau Cilde itu melawan si paus itu. Ini deh.
Being too popular can be such a hassle.
Oh, ini mah
Who knew the people would adore me
demonya
so much?
FURINAAA. Ya, soal legasi. Nah, dia attack-nya kayak gini. Mirip ini ya. Mirip Dori ya attack-nya. Oh, terakhir gitu. Nah, ini skillnya.
Strike a pose.
Skillnya ngeluarin tiga summon hewan tuh.
Let the
Nah, kalau
world
charge attack di skill menyatu gitu. Kalau
Whoa,
ultinya
that
tadi
is so
barusan.
cool. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I like the way she kind of like bows. Very dramatic. Yes.
Very much. It's like all of her moves are part of a performance.
Yes.
Totally. Also, look at her
Furina
elemental
ganti
burst.
celana.
Her presence really fills
Iya.
the stage. Everyone else is
Iya, ya
just
baru
an
sadar
extra.
aku. Soalnya di
Wait,
sini
so
nih yang di
the
Furina
creatures
Chibinya
that
celananya
Furina
putih.
summons,
Yang di
they
atas
look
tuh
a
celananya
lot
hitam.
like the Fontamer aberrants that we've
Dek.
encountered before. There's a seahorse, a
Paha.
crab, an octopus, and they are all so cute.
Yep.
Oh, I love them. Me too. Oh my gosh, no, the octopus is even wearing a hat! What a distinguished little gentleman!
Correction here, Sarah. They're a bit
Furina yang
different from
bocil
Fontamer
SMP kayaknya
aberrants.
mati.
I
Nanti
would
dia berubah
know.
jadi
To my
benar-benar
knowledge, these
Arton
creatures
Hydro
are
yang baju
Furina's,
hitam.
quote,
Aduh, itu masih
honored
belum tahu lah
guests.
itu.
They even help manage her daily affairs.
Yes, exactly. So,
Gacha,
Furina
guys, gacha,
often
guys. Nggak
invites
nyesel
guests to
kalian
her
gacha
tea
Archon.
party, which is known as the Salon Solitaire. And those creatures are actually special guests of the Salon Solitaire.
Aww.
And she even gave each member a name.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So you've got the maid, Mademoiselle Craboletta. They're the best.
The crab, the one that's a crab, I assume.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. And
Nah,
then
itu
you've got
cewek
the
yang ada di teaser
housekeeper,
terakhir. Isunya
Sir
dia adalah
Intendant Cheval
gurunya
Ron.
Cilde.
Ah, there you go.
Karena kan Cilde hilang kan, guys. Cilde hilang di lautan primordial kan.
Gentilhomme
Kemungkinan itu
and that last one
gurunya.
is a
Katanya itu,
stickler
lik-liknya
for
bilang itu
pride.
gurunya Cilde.
Oh, okay. So when
Archon harus
Furina
pull.
said to make an appointment with Sir Intendant Cheval Moran, this is who she was referring to?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I didn't know it was so cute.
Para hewan-hewannya
Exactly. Furina even makes some
Furina ini
spew
nanti
bubbles in
bakal
her idol
ada
animation.
di story ya.
Oh my gosh.
Penasaran ya?
That's adorable. Okay, I'm sure
Adorable
everyone is
gitu.
just itching to know more about the skills shown in that clip. So, Amber, why don't you take it away? Tell us everything.
Yes,
Nih,
you
Violeta
got
kayak
it.
ngajak nikah.
Yay!
Itu alasan
So,
aku
Furina is
berubah
a
menjadi
hydro sword
English
user.
voice.
Okay.
She usually defaults to an Usia Arca alignment in combat. When in this state, her elemental skill invites
Nih, elemental
the three
skillnya
members
tuh.
of
Dia
the
nge-summon
Salon
hewan-hewan
Solitaire,
itu yang bakal
Mademoiselle Craboletta,
ngeluarin
Sir
hydro
Intendant Cheval
tuh.
Moran,
Tapi
and
ya random
Gentilhomme
banget dia
Usher to the
mukulnya
stage.
gitu kan.
I love it. It's so cute.
Tuh,
And
random
you
dia
know,
mukulnya.
these salon members will attack nearby opponents, prioritizing the target of the active character.
Ooh.
Tuh.
Their damage increases the more characters there are in the party over a certain HP amount.
Okay, I was listening to all that, but at the very top, you said that she usually defaults to an Usia Arca alignment. So she has more than one alignment?
Yes, exactly. Furina's
kayak
charged
Pokemon
attack not only
sih lebih
deals
tepatnya.
physical damage, but also allows her to
Salon
switch
member
between Usia
dibilang
and
sini.
Numa Arca alignments.
Usia.
Wow.
Wow. Based on what
Tuh,
we just
kalau
saw,
dia
it seems
charge
like her
attack
Arca
berubah,
alignment
guys.
has
Charge
effect on her
attack
other skills as
bertiga
well.
itu menjadi
Yes,
satu.
sure
Menjadi
does.
satu dan ini
Furina's
nge-heal.
elemental skill changes
Tuh,
depending on whether
kalau ini
she's
nge-heal,
aligned with
kalau
Usia
yang
or Numa.
tiga tadi
That's
nyerangin
cool. It's super
mengeluarkan
cool.
Hydro Damage,
After
kalau yang
Furina
satu
uses her charged
nge-heal
attack
gitu.
to switch to a Numa Arca alignment.
Ya, kalau charge
her
attack lagi,
elemental
pisah
skill
lagi
summons
mereka.
the Singer of Many
Tuh,
Waters
ini kan dia charge attack
to
tuh
provide
nyatu
healing
mereka
to
kan.
nearby
Kalau
party
charge attack
members.
lagi, Furinanya
Yes.
pisah lagi mereka.
The summons created
Kayaknya
by
tadi charge
Furina's
attack lagi dia,
elemental
petekan
skill
skill.
will remain on the field for a
Nih,
period
dia
of
charge attack
time
nih kan.
even
Nih,
after
nyatu mereka
Furina
kan.
is switched out. Furina's elemental burst deals damage to surrounding opponents. And when the party member's HP increases or decreases, Furina will accumulate fanfare points. That's my trumpet.
Amazing.
So, Furina increases
kok
the
ada
damage
yang di bawah-bawah
and
tuh
the
tadi ya, kayak
incoming healing
topi-topi
bonus
gitu ya?
of nearby party members based on the amount of fanfare she has.
Wow, it seems like this fighting style really suits Furina's character.
Emang
It's very
Furinanya
showy
bagusnya
and
emang karakter
unpredictable.
Fantech
Totally.
sih, lebih
I can
tepatnya.
already see the fluctuations in my team's HP bar.
Untung
That
dia
healing
ngebuffnya
skill might
bukan
come in
buff
handy.
elemental
Yeah,
ya.
for
Aku
real.
pikir kayak buff
And due to her
Hydro
knowledge
Damage
of
itu.
deep water aberrants, Furina's passive talent can decrease the cooldown on abilities gained from the xenochromatic
Oh,
Fontamer
bisa
aberrants.
Wow, you can say that
dikitin
again.
cooldownnya
Yeah,
skill.
and that'll make it even easier
Skill
to
bawah
uncover
air
the
tuh bisa
secrets
cooldownnya cepet sama
lurking
Furina.
Oh,
Gimana ya tuh?
Oh, and I almost forgot. Whenever
Wah,
one of
wajib sih
Furina's
ini.
summons is on the field, Furina gains the ability to walk on water. Oh my gosh, that is so cool.
Hey, I actually saw Frins' outfit changes whenever she switches between
loh itu, bukan ulti ya. Kalau ke komik kan harus ulti. Ini skill doang.
It does change. But, such is the charm of a celebrity, I suppose. Yes, so if you want to learn more about FURINAAA, then be sure to
berarti besok ada quest story FURINAAA juga ya.
The Onikuma K9 chapter.
Amazing! Okay, so next up we have another old friend to introduce. She's now able to join the traveler's party with her trusty companion, Monsieur Verite.
Kualitas videonya 1080 serius?
It's Charlotte! Yay!
Kualitas videonya jelek kalau misalnya 1080 nggak?
We've known Charlotte for a while now. The traveler met her during the Summoner Summit event, which took them on an adventure all over Tibet.
Yes,
ada mungkin jaringan kamu yang
Charlotte's hard-hitting spirit and
ini Charlotte guys.
The truth.
Ini new system beta lagi sih karena kita
treat the traveler to a magnificent meal in order to get a scoop about Wriothesley. Though she didn't end up getting the interview that she wanted in the end, huh? But I don't think that will deter her. She'll always be in search of the truth. The world is her treasure chest.
Ya, Naida S. Dan dia bisa nge-heal sih. Enaknya dia bisa nge-heal. Mungkin bisa dipasangkan sama FURINAAA, tapi nggak tahu juga sih aku ya. Charlotte panggilnya Charlotte.
Charlotte's talent for photography is truly a marvel. No matter the subject or setting, her photos somehow always capture an unparalleled sense of artistry. The peerless Monsieur Verite turns her photos into eye-catching mementos. In fact, many Fontanians even cut the prints out of the newspaper and keep them as clippings.
That's so cool.
Ya kan, ngebuff tag FURINAAA kan?
Verite is so cute, even has its own little hat and tie.
Kalau dia udah punya semua karakter, enggak, aku
Charlotte
enggak.
actually commissioned both of those
ada
items from
hutau,
Shiori.
aku nggak ada
She
hutau,
even
aku nggak ada
commissioned
kokomi,
Monsieur
aku nggak
Verite's
ada.
accessories in several different styles to match different interview
Sini,
settings.
nggak ada, aku nggak ada.
Wow, that is pretty thoughtful. I suppose that just shows how much Charlotte cherishes her own Monsieur Verite.
Pokoknya the Mac yang dihasilkan di buff gitu sih.
Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at Charlotte's character showcase, shall we?
Kode reader baru satu ya. Itu yang di pin. Ya Charlotte guys.
You'll find there's always a new story nearby just waiting to be discovered.
Wede guys. Wede, aduh. Ini kayaknya bakal jadi bahan-bahan traveler buat foto-foto dirinya lah ini kayaknya nih. Bisa berjalan. Nah, kalau Nahida kan kita ngefoto kita kan stand ya, cuma nggak bisa berjalan. Ini bisa
really
berjalan.
Like moving around.
Yes! Honestly, it's just what you'd expect of a reporter for the Steambird. Even her combat skills involve taking photos. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, what a lively character. Her combat moves, like I was saying, she's moving around. They're super dynamic. It seems like she's always on the move.
Who's on the march? Exactly. Charlotte is an expert at applying the skills and talents that she's developed as a reporter to other areas of her life. And that includes combat. With a trusty companion, Monsieur Verite, she captures enemies from all angles, unleashing attacks while discovering and exposing their weaknesses.
Honestly, I would expect nothing less from one of Fontaine's most famous reporters.
New beta lagi lah.
Do that though. I didn't know you could use them as a weapon. The more you know, I guess.
Kalau seriously ninju ini moto-moto ya kan.
Applies snappy silhouette to opponents caught within the
viewfinder. Dia bisa ditahan juga tuh.
During this effect's duration, marked opponents will intermittently take damage. Holding Charlotte's elemental skill strengthens these effects and applies focused impression to opponents instead. Now her elemental burst creates a new flash field that continuously restores HP to party members within its range. Monsieur Verite, he's also going to join in and intermittently attack opponents during the duration of the ability. As an experienced reporter, Charlotte is an expert at adapting her methods to match the needs of her target. When paired with Fontaine characters, Charlotte receives a healing bonus. When paired with non-Fontaine characters, she receives a cryo damage bonus. Now that is not all. There is more. During the 4.2 special event, travelers can complete a quest to receive a special gadget called
minimal walaupun nggak untuk.
When Charlotte activates the zoom lens, it will trigger her passive talent called First Person Shutter.
Oh my gosh,
when you hold her elemental skill, the gadget will cause you to enter photo mode instead.
That is so cool.
Yep.
That is super rad. And, you know, I have a feeling some super cool pictures are going to come out of that.
Oh, yeah.
We are going to provide more information about the zoom lens and how to use it during the event overview portion.
Wajib ini dipunya ini.
Furina and Charlotte
Oh,
will
ini
both
dia.
be featured in version 4.2
Fase
event
pertama ya
wishes.
teman-teman. Furina
In the
dan
first half of
Baizu.
version
Charlotte.
4.2, we'll have
Gacha.
event wishes
Ada Charlotte,
showcasing
woi.
Furina and Baizu. During this time, Charlotte will also
Wajib gacha.
receive a
Nggak,
huge
minimal
drop
kalaupun nggak
rate
untuk
boost.
ini, nggak untuk spiral abyss Charlotte-nya, Charlotte-nya minimal untuk
A
traveling lah.
new 5-star sword,
Fase kedua.
Splendor of Tranquil
Oh enggak, ini weapon
Waters
baru, weapon
will be
Furina.
featured
Cakep
in the
banget sih
weapon
ini.
event banner.
Splendor of the Tranquil Waters. Jak CDM.
And in the
Sehingga aku dia
second
CDM
half of
88 juga
version
sih.
4.2,
Kami
we'll have
Sato,
reruns for
Ayato,
Sino
dan
and
Shino.
Ayato.
Okay, let's take a
Ini
look
mah
at what
easy
other
skip.
information we can learn from
Easy
Furina's
skip
itinerary.
sama aku ya.
It looks like she's
Karena aku udah punya
investigating
Ayato.
something. Oh, there's even a report attached.
Tell us what it says.
Okay, I will. It says, strange rumblings have been
New
heard in the
boss,
depths
ini
of
adalah weekly
Fontaine's
boss ya
water.
teman-teman. Weekly boss untuk Furina. Jadi untuk
Oh,
talentnya up
it's
talent
here
ini dia bosnya
already?
Furina. Ini dia ngeri sumpah.
Look at that!
Wow. Aku nggak ngerti kayak Masa ngarahinnya ya.
It
Kita
looks
tunggu
like it's
aja
in a
nanti.
sea of pink and blue stars. It's so pretty.
Oh, I remember this well. I recognize this well.
Wait, yeah. Isn't this the whale that the traveler saw in Child's vision at the end of the version
Yeah.
4.1 Archon
Childe
quest?
Vision
Yep,
terakhir.
it's the
Ini
same
dia
one.
pausnya.
After ravaging its way through the primordial sea, this otherworldly
ini
creature has at
primordial.
long last broken the seal and descended upon Fontaine.
Ooh, it's
Ini dari laut
it's
primordial
real
katanya.
big. It feels like it might even burst straight
Wow,
through the
apakah ini ada
screen.
hubungannya dengan
Oh, I hope
Archon
not.
Hydro sebelumnya?
I get this feeling that this is
Ini
the
gimana
type of
ngalahinnya,
opponent that we can
coy?
just brute force our way
Nyemplung
through.
mulu dia nih.
Exactly. In the first phase,
Iya,
it
mirip
will
Venus
use
sih. Oh,
its
ini dia ngalahinnya
gigantic
kayak
size
gini.
to target the
Oh.
traveler with massive AoE attacks from all
Tetap ya,
directions.
Hydro Nahida
Dodging is
dibutuhkan.
definitely your friend with this one.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oke, wait
So
a
there
minute.
also
Itu darahnya
seems to be
ada.
sort of a progress bar next to the boss's
Darahnya
HP
ada di bawah
bar.
darahnya itu ada apa
What's
nih?
that for?
Nih, yang ini
Okay,
nih, yang ini nih.
Since we can't
Apakah dia akan
outfight
masukkan
it,
fase
you'll have to
memasuki
outsmart
fase
it
yang lain?
instead. The creature just freed itself from captivity and is brimming with anger.
Oh, nih, kita
So
harus
if you
hancurin
can
kalau
find a way to
nggak mati kita.
capitalize on that anger,
Wajib
perhaps you'll
bawa
also find its
Peuma,
weaknesses.
wajib bawa Peuma untuk
Oh,
mecahin itu
okay.
tadi.
Wait, is somebody being eaten? Is it even possible to survive something like that?
Oh,
I guess here it is.
Ooh.
This is an entirely different
Sama
space, it
dengan-
looks like. And there's a new enemy here with
Ano
a
dia?
massive sword. Oh, these summon
kita
creatures
lawannya ini
also
doang,
look vaguely
guys.
familiar to me.
I wonder what the deal is with all of this.
Masuk
Perhaps
badan
defeating
paus
this
dan kita
mysterious
mengalahkan
enemy
isi
within
lambung
this space
pausnya.
would be the
Nah,
key
ini
to
kayaknya isi
defeating the
lambung
whale.
pausnya nih.
Travelers will
Kalau
need to
kemarin kan
experiment
isi
for
lambung,
themselves.
isi lambung
yeah.
Apep kan.
All truths
ini
will
si lambung
be revealed in
Oh,
version
kemarin
4.
daki-daki Apep. Bukan isi lambung Apep,
Well
daki-dakinya Apep karena dia tinggal
Oh,
di badan
man, this
Apep
boss
kan, di
looks
luar-luar
really,
badan
really
Apep. Nah,
tough.
ini
What happens if we, for some reason, can't defeat it?
isi perutnya
Okay,
paus.
This update actually helps with that problem. Starting
gila,
from 4.2,
Violet
an option will
challenge
appear on the
Violet.
challenge failed screen to lower the difficulty of the
Oh,
boss if
bisa
travelers are
lower
struggling to defeat them during a main
difficulty.
quest. Hopefully, this
Ada
provides a
pilihan
smoother gaming experience
sekarang
for
untuk
travelers to
nurunin
enjoy.
bosnya, guys.
I love that. Now we don't need to worry about getting stuck while trying to advance the main story.
Totally.
Hey, that was a lot of information, wasn't it? Can we take a short little break while we have a look at the second redemption code, maybe?
Yeah.
Ya, kode kedua, standby, kode kedua. Ini dia, NT I P2KPE JMUH. Ini kode kedua, guys. Jangan lupa di redeem. Aku pin kodenya ya. Bagi teman-teman yang nggak sempat nonton live stream, nanti aku juga akan upload video kode redeemnya. Tenang aja. Kayaknya sih kemungkinan lower difficulty untuk story sih. Kemungkinan ya. Aku nggak tahu juga apakah nanti ada. Satu-satunya buat lower difficulty berarti otomatis turunin WL dong kita ya kan? Kayaknya itu di story deh. Jadi kemungkinan nanti bagi temen-temen yang belum misalnya quest
Hello,
story, quest
travelers.
archonnya
Welcome back to the version 4.2 special program.
Baal gitu, mungkin bakal ada lower difficulty juga
So,
gitu.
we've introduced new characters,
Berapa
new plot
GB-nya belum
lines,
tahu.
and a new boss. But I hope
Masih
you're
belum
still
tahu
eager
berapa
for new
GB,
content,
guys.
travelers, because there's still more to come. Let's take a look at what other information we can learn from FURINAA's itinerary.
Oke.
Okay, aside from
Apa nih?
investigating crises, it seems like our Hydro Archon also
Ya,
goes
dan
on
kode bisa
occasional
dari Hoyolet
excursions
kok.
throughout Fontaine. Who knew she did all this work behind the scenes?
Charlotte scaling attack. Healnya
Well,
scaling attack.
maybe she's
Ya,
just using
bakal
it as
ada
an
new
excuse to
area
scout out a
guys
place
untuk
for one of
Furina.
her
Jadi
tea
Furina nih kita tuh masih belum bisa
Furina and excuses.
itu farming dia karena untuk material dia ada di area
Hey, it
ini
seems
dan
like the
bos
places
dia ada
Furina
di
has
area
chosen to
baru
visit This
semua.
time features some peculiar landscapes.
Oh, yeah.
Nih,
It looks
wow.
like Furina is in Aranea's forest
Apa
on the
itu
east side
air?
of Fontaine.
Airnya apa itu? Ada pohon.
And that's
Bau-bau
right
mengumpulkan
behind
sesuatu
the
ini.
opera house.
Bau-bau kita
What a
bakal
cool
mengumpulkan
place.
lagi nih. Apa yang kita
Although,
kumpulkan? Ada
Does
pohon-pohon
kinda look like it
begini
could
ya
be hiding
kan?
some secrets.
Definitely wouldn't be a video game if there weren't secrets.
Iya, bisa
Oh, yeah.
perform
Definitely
webbovernya.
not what they
Nektar
seem to
bisa.
For example,
Furina ini cuma kita
strange
bisa
things have been happening with the water
farming
veins
itu
around Loch
nektar
Lanier.
sama
As you
buku
can see,
talentnya. Dia
a
pakai
strong
dia pakai
windstorm is
justice.
gathered around the vortex
Iya,
rising
dia
from
pakai
the middle of
justice.
the lake.
Furina justice.
It's almost like it's preventing certain things from
Wih,
getting
apa ini?
closer and
Furina
forcibly
berpendek,
pushing
wih.
other things away.
Hmm.
And take a look at this, the foggy forest path.
That fog is really thick.
Yeah.
That's why they call it the foggy forest path. And what about this area? The weeping
Arana
willow of the
pohon.
lake.
Ooh, it looks all withered.
Pohon melulu.
And the water doesn't look quite
Itu enggak
right.
accessnya
Like it's
Aka.
cloudy
Paling
or
ya aku
something.
bakal
Do you see
ini ya
that?
guys ya, agak lama. Sabar ya yang
It seems
pasti.
like Furina also
nih?
realized something was off. It looks like she headed
Yeah.
underwater to investigate, and what did she find? A number of contaminated bacterial mats.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of, there are always new things to
Mekanik-
discover beneath
mekanik
Fontaine's
baru ya.
waters. In this
Mekanik-
update, we'll
mekanisme
encounter a new
baru
type of
kayaknya nih.
Fontamer aberrant, the xenochromatic ball octopus.
Ooh.
Travelers can borrow its
Oh,
abilities to
cuman
cleanse away the
tahan
contamination
attack
clots and
biasa.
contamination cores from the bacterial mats.
Ya, mekanisme
Pretty
baru,
cool.
mekanisme baru.
In
Besok.
addition, with the help of a special device,
Nih,
travelers will be able to use this
terus
creature's abilities on the surface
kesini.
as well. They may be the key to solving certain
Oh,
puzzles
iya,
or
iya.
perhaps even powering certain
Oh,
objects.
bisa
But we'll
terlempar.
leave that for you to discover.
Ini apaan ini
To
kok?
learn more about the story behind the new Aranea's Forest region, be sure to check out the version 4.2 world quest called The Wild Fairy of Araneas. I'll give you a hint. Melazines
Oh,
are involved.
Melazines? Really?
Melazines.
Oh, then
Melusin?
it would certainly be a world
Hah,
quest
kita
that
mau
you
bantu
won't want to
Melusin?
skip.
Enggak.
To the south of Aranea's Forest, you'll find the Mort region. There,
Apa ini?
a singular tower stands tall above an island
Singular
in the middle
tower.
of the sea.
Eh, ini
Perhaps it's
kayak
also
itu nggak sih,
guarding some
Woy?
unspeakable secrets.
Di Storm Terror Layer nggak sih? Mirip nggak sih?
Actually, it looks like that's the very next stop on Furina's itinerary. So let's go check it out. Okay, I bet a bunch of travelers
Sebelum tahu
noticed this
kita,
tower
kita tunggu
since they've
update
arrived
lah
in
berarti.
Fontaine. I'm so excited that we finally get to check it out.
Yes, same.
Semoga nggak kena bom
Yeah,
30
in
GB
version
lagi. Enggak
the
kayak gitu
sealed
lagi.
ruined tower is the focus of a quest
Kecuali
series
mungkin
called
nanti pas
Search in the
Natlan keluar, mungkin bisa kena
LGC.
bom kita lagi.
I know. And after unlocking 4
Ini di
seals
sebelah
along
kanan
its
ya. Kalau
perimeter,
kalian tahu
the tower
mapnya
and
Hydro,
known
mapnya Fontaine
buried
sekarang,
secrets
dia ini
will
sebelah
be
kanannya.
unveiled to us.
Kan kemarin 4.1
Oh,
map
amazing.
map Fontaine.
Okay,
Kan
it would feel great
4.2-nya
to
buka
finally
ke atas.
demystify all the
4.1-nya buka ke atas.
secrets
Nah,
churning under the
4.2 ini ke
seemingly
kanannya.
calm waters.
Yes,
Enggak
I
mungkin
want
guys sampai
answers.
20. Menurut aku
I
paling paling 7
We want
atau
answers.
5 gitu
I
update-nya.
also heard this quest has something to do with the primordial sea.
Tapi nggak
It
nyambung,
seems like
nggak
there's a
nyambung ke
very
Liu,
important
belum
and
nyambung
very
katanya.
ancient story behind it all.
That
Iya,
is
kayak
very
ada
right.
tower di setiap
New stories are
perbatasan, ya
always
kan?
unfolding in Fontaine, whether above water or below.
Udah
This is
karakter
not
udah
limited
ya.
to the two new
Fase
regions in
1
this update.
Furina
The
sama
prophesied
Beizu,
earthquake
fase
woke up new
2
life forms in other places
Ayato
where
sama
destinies
Shino. Nah, ini dia bos baru. Ini adalah bos untuk Furina, guys.
Destinies! In certain
Bos
underwater
ya,
cave,
ini
a
bos
new
untuk
life
level
form is
up-nya
waking up.
Furina. Dan
It has
bos ini
greater
udah
and
di
more diverse
air.
powers of
Itu dia
transformation while in
permasalahannya.
combat.
Kayak mana
So
ngalahinnya
don't let
gitu.
your guard down, travelers.
Yes. And some places still seem to tell the stories of events long past, no matter how long they've been abandoned.
Tuh.
So in this update,
Ini bos untuk
travelers
ngalahin
can also
level
look forward to the
Furina.
climax
Dan
of the
kita bisa
Narcissus
akses
Boys
kan,
adventure
bener
quest
kan,
line
tebak
that was
anakku.
introduced over the
Ini
last
map
few
itu untuk
versions.
Archon
And
quest
there
kayaknya.
might
Untuk
even
quest
be an
selanjutnya kita bisa
unexpected
ngakses ke sana. Nggak
surprise
mungkin,
waiting at
soalnya
the
cantik
end.
banget loh tempatnya.
A surprise!
Mary Ann, ya kan?
I can't wait to see what it is. Same. All right, there's a lot to discover in the new
Wah,
areas
bawah
of the
laut.
map. But
Udah di bawah
Furina's
laut,
itinerary
di
doesn't
gua
stop
bawah
there.
laut lagi ini nih.
Oh, wait. It looks like she's arranged to spend some time with her subjects.
Aw.
Furina is
Wow.
pretty personable. Who's to
Kode
say?
redeem
She
di
might even make an appearance at the events
kode
taking
redeem
place
pin
in Fontaine.
pin live.
Speaking
Chat.
of, let's move on to the event portion.
Banner B4-nya masih belum dikasih tahu.
Alright,
Yang pasti
the Fontaine
Charlotte
Fishing
dipase ke
Association has recently posted a
pertama.
commission to investigate the rumors
event
of water
guys,
imps
dan
near
kita
Arrhenius
dapat si
Island.
Freminet,
another
dapat free Freminet
investigation.
nih event besok.
Oh, and Freminet seems
Aku
to
malah
be
berharap
involved.
dapatnya bukan
That little
Freminet sih,
clockwork
Linet ya
penguin
kalau
next to
bisa.
him
Atau
must be one of his
Charlotte
other
gitu langsung
companions.
dapat gitu kan.
But it doesn't look like pear. Actually, its name is Thelxie. The name comes from a
Iya, mirip
Fontanian fairy
dunia
tale that describes a
zat yang
terrifying
di
creature that
Sumeru
lives
ya kan?
underwater.
Yang ini kan cantik
Adults
banget
would
ya.
use
Yang
the
ini nih.
story to keep children away from the shore. As the
One
story
day
goes,
you receive
children
a
who play
commission
by the
from the
water
Fontaine
are food
Fishing
for Thelxie to devour.
Association in the accordance
yeah.
with a commission
Real.
recruitment
Well, children
payment
must be
to
pretty
go
afraid of that
Arrhenius to
creature.
investigate.
I know, right?
And fish.
It does seem a little unusual for Freminet to
kayak
give this
betul
little
ya.
penguin a name like that. There must be some other reason.
Wait, hey, does this event also have something to do with this clockwork penguin?
Absolutely.
Praunduh
In this
kemungkinan
event,
tanggal
we'll be
6.
helping
Tanggal
Freminet make
6.
some improvements to this
Kita
little
kan ada
clockwork
tanggal
penguin.
8 ya.
There will
Mungkin
be a
tanggal 6
total
nggak
of
bisa.
3 main
Tanggal
stages
6,
to the
tanggal
event.
7.
As for the first stage, we'll repair
ini
the
dia
penguin by fixing
event,
its
guys.
circuits and reconnecting the motherboard. In return,
Eventnya
the little
ngapain?
guy will help us out on our journey. Oh, I love
Pretty cool.
that.
Kok aku jadi
As our
ingat
journey progresses, we'll
eventnya
collect colorful shells,
eventnya
corals,
Johnson
and other
ya.
items which can be used to outfit our little friend with
Kok aku
weapons
jadi ingat
equipped.
event Johnson ya
Which brings us
ini?
to the second stage of the
Johnson
event,
Mobile
using
Legend.
an echoing conch to search underwater and find the items that we need for the penguin.
And
Iya kan, bener
you know,
kan?
what happens if we run into certain speed bumps on our adventure?
Iya
You
kan,
know, like
mirip kan, aku
monsters,
jadi ingat itu
puzzles,
eventnya.
and all that jazz.
Ini
Well,
ini
it seems
kan
like the perfect
lumpur yang ada
opportunity for our little
di
penguin buddy to
ini
shine.
kan di Casem ya kan ya, lumpur
In
ini
the
kan.
third stage of the event, the clockwork penguin will help us defeat monsters lurking around a specific
Oh, ini baru
domain
kita
and obtain
defeat
any treasures that they may
ngalahin
be
monster.
guarding.
Oh,
Of
dapat
course,
trial
the
karakter.
clockwork
Oh,
penguin
nice,
will
dapat
provide
Nahida
different
sama
buffs in
Nilo
each
nih.
battle to
Bisa
help travelers
coba-coba nih
emerge
kalian ya.
victorious.
Belum punya
Now, as for the
Nahida
story
sama
behind
belum
these
punya
battles,
Nilo. Di
travelers
sini
will
kalian
just have
bisa
to find out
pertimbangkan
for
guys.
themselves.
Event-event yang kayak gini nih ya,
After
event-event
helping
yang
the penguin,
trial
the
karakter
next
ini
item
kalian
on
boleh
the
coba
itinerary
pertimbangkan
is-
karakter ini butuh
the
nggak
cute little
di
fungi are
akunku.
back.
Aku butuh
Aw.
karakter ini nggak gitu.
Hania, a friend we met in Sumeru, has arrived in Fontaine to promote Lil Fungi's fantastic fiesta.
Fungus!
And
Bertarung,
speaking of
Fungus!
fun, guys, I think I recognize some familiar faces. Bongo Head, it's time to shine! Yay! Travelers may notice some differences in this update's fungi event. Aside from taking place in
fungusnya ada di
Fontaine,
Fontaine
the
rupanya.
gameplay has also been optimized. Previously, we led the Lil Fungi in battle against Mechanici. This time,
Ya,
we'll have
mekanik
the opportunity
fungus
to
kita udah
challenge
pernah
a
sih,
whole
guys.
host
Pernah.
of powerful
Kalau
monsters.
kalian udah ngikutin udah pernah sih nih
Travelers
guys.
will be able to command a variety of fungi, adjusting their movement to target different
pencet-pencet aja
enemies.
sih
And
sebenarnya.
don't forget to use
Pencet-pencet,
marvelous gels to
ambil-
instruct the little
ambil-
fungi to unleash powerful
Ambil apa itu
skills.
kayak bulu kayaknya ambil.
Travelers will hopefully enjoy
Ambil
playing with
daun
the
untuk
fungi more
ngaktifin
than ever.
ulti skill
Here's
mereka.
hoping.
Itu doang
We
sih.
actually I have a little note here to pass along from our
Kayaknya
developer
even
friends.
untuk sekarang ini belum ada terlihat
Well,
susah-susah
we
nih ya.
hope to make the little
Masih-
fungi and some other events
masih
permanent
tetap
so travelers
tersusah
can play
tuh
at any
eventnya.
time. The team feels
Ini ya,
that the current design doesn't adequately sustain
Domain-domain
long-term
Muna,
gameplay.
visual,
So, we're
sama
going to
itu ya
continue
masih yang
iterating,
tersusah menurut
optimizing,
aku.
and
Event
improving
sekarang
this
makin
event while also
dipermudah
working
sih.
hard to develop interesting content that is relevant to
Ya
the overall
event-event
game.
easy
Thanks,
buat
devs.
buat kita.
Yeah, thanks. All right. Okay, let's take a look at what else Furina's
Event
itinerary
hipotesis,
has in
battle-battle kayak
store.
gitu nggak keluar-keluar lagi
it's the
kayaknya.
Graph Adversarial
Aku pengen,
Technology
first kalau nonton tolong event Gojek balik lagi dong.
I'm more than ready to fight
Event
some
Gojek kan banyak nih yang
adversaries.
belum
Let
mengalami
me at
event
'em.
Gojek. Makanya kan pada nggak tahu event Gojek
I wish
itu
I
apa
could,
ya
but
kan?
it doesn't actually involve fighting. A researcher obsessed with graph
Ini event
adversarial
foto.
technology has
On
made
the
great
street of
contributions
Fontaine
to the study
Quarters,
of counter-criminal image recognition. She believes that her research can help her achieve great success.
Researching
But her
the
scholarly
performance
responsibilities
objective
make it difficult for her to collect the field
Oh, ini
samples
event
that she
foto
needs.
sih, kayaknya event foto yang dulu.
I'm guessing this is where the traveler comes in.
Kan banyak
Okay,
yang
you're
nggak
not
tahu,
wrong.
banyak yang nggak tahu
But
event Gojek itu
Pauline's
apa.
request is
Makanya
actually
lebih
pretty
baik
reasonable.
diulangin
To
lagi
receive
aja.
rewards, simply submit photographs
guys,
of 5
event
different
Gojek.
sample types that match the characteristic that's given on
Event
each
yang
day.
kita nggak boleh
Sounds simple
lompat, ya kan?
You
Nggak
can
boleh kena
also
air,
exchange these
nggak
samples
boleh
with your
ngedas,
friends.
nggak boleh
You might be able
tele.
to find useful references for the
Kena
samples
air
that you need to
gagal
collect in
eventnya.
the adventure archive. At the end of the quest, travelers will receive a special gift from
Ini dapat kita
Pauline.
spesial foto.
That's right.
Oh.
It's the zoom lens we mentioned during Charlotte's character introduction. Oh, how
Sama aja mah
To
itu.
use it, just equip the camera and activate the zoom lens in your inventory. The zoom lens can be attached to all cameras obtained in the game up to this point. When equipped with other characters, the zoom lens won't be able to be used in
zoom kali ya?
combat. But if you switch to Charlotte and hold her elemental skill, you'll be able to snap pics with zoom lens even while fighting. You can even use it in domains.
Double
Wih, kita bisa moto di
oh my
domain
gosh, that's
pakai
awesome.
Charlotte
And
loh,
I bet travelers will
boy.
be able to capture
Wah,
some
ini wajib
amazing moments
punya
in co-op
ini,
mode too.
Charlotte.
And even if you miss the chance to participate in the event, there's no need to worry.
Even
Travelers will
yeah,
still
even
be able
go
to obtain the zoom lens after the event ends. Sweet.
Spesial amat ya.
It seems
Bisa foto
like
di domain.
Farina has also learned of
Nah,
the existence of a
iya,
domain
event beta.
shrouded in mist. Travelers
of
who
water.
master the ley line features and put together the strongest party will be able to easily beat their opponents.
Now,
Oh, ini
less experienced
karakternya.
travelers
Oh,
like
aman,
myself
aman.
don't need to worry either.
Ada
Using
trial
trial
karakter
characters
kok,
and
jadi
taking
aman
advantage
sih.
of the buffs
Tapi
brought
kita
about
bisa
by the ley
coba
line are
my
also
karakter
great
tuh.
ways to
Bisa
come
coba
out on
karakter
top.
yang kita punya.
That's right.
Oh,
And
ini beta-beta
travelers who
guys.
are more
Ini ada
confident in their
satu
combat
event
skills
battle.
can choose to jump straight to the
Bisa
final
trial
challenge.
Miko, bisa trial Neville
Also,
ya.
the Leyline Overflow
Oh,
event
Leyline
will return
lagi.
at the
Ini
end of
terus yang
version
diulang
4.2. Now might be the perfect time to start building your parties.
Tapi guna sih
Hopefully,
untuk
you're all
teman-teman yang baru
excited for the
main,
fabulous
yang
events that
kekurangan
version 4.2
murah
has in
sama
store.
kekurangan
But there are still
ini.
more
Tapi aku
surprises
rekomendasiin
to
ya
share.
event begini
Yay!
guys, event
I
lain
know.
gini.
them.
Well, before we get into them,
Gak
let's
usah
take a
mora-mora
quick
masih
break
bisa
to
dicari
have a
sih.
look at the final
Heroid
redemption
susah
code
banget.
for today. See you in a bit.
Alin aja semuanya di Heroid. Nabung buku nggak rugi kok, gitu. Ah, ini redeem kode ketiga, kode terakhir kita. 9T 96 K J N 2 L VM. Nih ya guys ya, kode terakhir. Om Liben nggak tahu. Kayaknya Om Liben cumannya adanya tuh di ini ya. Pas di Sumeru udah nggak pernah muncul lagi Liben ya. Seingat aku Liben terakhir tuh pas di Nazuma kita. Mora aku udah 30 juta nggak kepake padahal gak ada farming Mora. Itu karena nih kayak kita redem kode itu dapat Mora tuh 50.000 langsung, atau enggak buka chest, ngerjain quest, ngerjain apa tuh event itu Mora, banyak Mora kok.
Welcome back, travelers! Okay, I just took a look at Lady Farina's itinerary, and it seems we've actually reached the end. Aww, I know. So we've submitted our appointment request to Surintendant Cheval Moran. While we're waiting to hear back, let's see what system
Buku sekarang
optimizations we have for the
makanya buku
upcoming
tuh
version.
wajib kalian gacha
Let's get
guys.
into it.
Gacha
Okay,
wajib di
so first up
farming.
is the quick challenge feature
System
for weekly
optimized.
bosses.
Apa ini lagi
New
nih?
players or players who prefer to spend their time exploring may have yet to unlock certain weekly bosses, and it's difficult to raise new characters when you can't access the boss drops needed to ascend a certain character.
Totally true.
In version 4.2, travelers who are at adventure rank 40 or above will have the option to quick challenge a weekly boss by navigating to the Trounce Domain section of the adventure handbook. All weekly bosses will be
What
available
is
to
that?
challenge,
Apa ini?
except Storm Terror and the Wolf of the North.
Nice. Yeah, now we don't have to wait to advance the story before we can level up a new character's talents and skills.
Exactly.
perlu kita
Also,
ngebuka
we're introducing an
domainnya, kita
update to
udah bisa
Genius Invocation
main
TCG.
masuk domainnya kan?
In version 4.2, 3 new character cards and 5 new action cards will be
Nggak perlu
added.
ke domain.
There will
Oh,
also
nggak
be
perlu ke
an
domain
Accelerate Duel
langsung.
feature, which will provide a smoother gaming experience. Pretty cool stuff.
Bisa
After the
masuk
version
weekly
4.2
boss walaupun belum
update,
misi.
deck sharing codes will also be available.
Jadi kan kemarin
Use them to show off your strongest deck or take inspiration from other travelers.
Berarti walaupun kalian belum buka weekly boss,
And
apalagi
since
ini?
the number of card combinations just keeps
Oke,
increasing,
bisa copy.
the number of decks a player can
Decks
save has been
orang,
increased from 10
siap.
to 20.
Doubled.
Double!
Bisa
And in
nge-copy
addition,
deck
both the
orang
maximum number
sekarang.
of starting slots and the number of slots unlocked at each player level
Buat
upgrade have
bantu
been
nih
increased from
traveler
2
ini.
to 4.
Iya sih, tapi
Double
jadi
again.
kayak
Double.
takutnya jadi
Double
malah
again.
males traveler ngerjakan.
The
Ini
developers
nggak
have
sih
also made a
quest-quest
number of
jadinya?
optimizations to the Genius Invocation TCG interface.
Heated Battle Mode and the Forge
Oh,
Realms
ini
Temper
TCG.
Endless Swarm will also
TCG-nya
return
nggak
in
guna
version
ya?
4.2.
Emang?
Ooh.
Karena udah
And in
habis
addition to
hadiah
the
Primo
updates made
Game-nya.
to Genius
Kalau
Invocation
ada hadiah
TCG,
Primo Game-nya mah
returning
guna
travelers
banget
will
ini
enjoy
mah.
ample login rewards and exploration guidance courtesy of the Genshin Impact project team.
Menu baru sekarang
May
kah?
those returning to Devat have a happy reunion. Aw, that's
Aw.
nice. Yeah. Plus, a new story key privilege has also been added so that
Oh, ini
returning
untuk
travelers
yang
can
baru
enjoy
balik
new
ya?
story quests
Itu
and
untuk yang
hangout
ini ya,
events.
bukan itu kayak reunion itu
Amazing.
untuk orang yang
Red
udah
notification
nggak
dots
lama
have
nggak
also been
login kayaknya.
optimized. Notifications that have already been cleared will no longer reappear when logging in on a different platform.
Yo.
Quest optimizations will also be available in version 4.2. The first one pertains to unlocking story quests. Travelers will now get to choose whether to accept a story quest after unlocking it. Whoa, nice. And hopefully, travelers won't be overwhelmed by a sudden influx of quests
Oh, jadi
anymore.
kita bisa
The update has
Sekarang tuh
also made
tuh.
notifications about prerequisite
Jadi kita
quests
bisa
even
ngebuka
clearer,
quest,
making it easier for players
tapi
to
tanpa
proceed to
perlu
certain content.
kita aktifkan
Awesome.
gitu. Biar nggak numpuk quest
Okay,
kita
great.
kayaknya gitu deh.
Oh, and it seems like that's all we have for the latest version update. I guess that means it's time for the 4.2 special
Iya,
program
bisa
to come
dipilih
to a close.
langsung kerjaan apa enggak
I
gitu.
know.
Jadi kayak
Well,
kita kan
there's so much
nggak numpuk-numpuk
exciting
kunci
stuff
lagi
happening, and I know
gitu.
personally, aside from all the intrigue around the story and characters, I'm personally very jazzed for the Fun Guy event.
Banner
Yes, how can you not
Furina.
be? They are
Banner
keep
pasti
on adding
pertama
so much
Furina
cool
sama
stuff to this game.
Beizu
For me,
dan
I love
ada
the idea of the
B4-nya
combat
Charlotte,
camera.
pasti kedua Sino
but,
sama
for
Ayato.
me and Monsieur Novelette, we are here for the
Iya, ditambah
magazines.
kuncinya jadi 8 tadi.
Well, this has been so much
Kali
fun
tangan
with both of
tiga
you.
sama
I'm
ini ya,
really
cuma bisa
grateful we can all
tiga
be
aja
here
numpuk
today
gitu kan.
together. And honestly, I'm just really glad that we're gonna get to see how all these mysteries unfold. And maybe, I don't know, maybe it'll have a nice ending in 4.2. We'll have to see. But that's it
Untuk
for the version 4.2
sepuluh udah habis semua
special
konten
program.
dia.
Thank you so much, everybody, and see
Ada
you all in
timer.
game.
Bye.
Thank you guys. Bye bye. Apakah ada plot twist lagi? Tiba-tiba nanti ada suara siapa ditampilin Dear Traveler. What was the most popular celebrity in Fantech? 8 November ya kan. Dan beneran early ended. Udah habis ya. Thank you ya udah nemenin aku live streamingnya. Aku langsung udahan dulu karena aku mau buat video juga untuk kode. Takutnya ada yang gak sempet nonton. Thank you semuanya. Sampai jumpa di tanggal 8 untuk update Genshin Impact. See you next streaming. Bye bye.